stats of the major qualifiers, they were, I mean, actually
First
in the
2
major
weeks?
qualifiers, they were pretty solid, but just could not quite finish series later, especially as we got into the major.
Just after those first 2 weeks, and they come back from that break, everything completely changed for Toronto. They used to be the best Overlord team. Were fantastic at the hard points, still struggled in Search and Destroy, but now you hit the complete reset here. And so far into the round one, First Blood goes in favor of LA. They instantly find the second kill. Still in a man-up advantage, just not going to waste any time, get the bomb down today.
Yeah, the 2-3-5 has not been kind to Toronto.
At least after the first 2 weeks, you know? They were great at Overlord.
Yeah, yeah, they were literally could not have been better.
Yeah.
I think is. Well, here come the nades, and that will give the intention of where this retake is going to come from, although LA are still being very cautious to make sure there isn't anyone floating.
In that First Blood category, they lost, but so far 1-0 here.
Hit for Toronto looks pretty standard. Couple of nades over the top of A. Get a shoulder. Do we commit to planting? No, instead we're stun checking over towards tunnel. LA will feel pretty confident that this is going to be an A hit, so they'll rotate over a little bit late, and nades will push Joe off. No plant here.
And now they're ready to send it because they know they have two players weak. So you might as well commit when we have the advantage, but you commit and no check the right angle because Mr. Toby, if you didn't know, is running at SMG again. When you get picked up early on, but Kleenex, he's a CDL vet. Top 5 SMG of all time in the CDL era. So he's bound to make plays like that. Ties the game up with an ace. And now he's trying to continue on his aggression play. Finds another kill to start this one off.
So now on 5, working for potential Hellstorm considerations. And how about this for Toronto? Going to have to play for an A retake here if the bomb does indeed get planted in this 3v4. LA taking their time, and I just don't know how in the world you would expect this many players on the flank. Scrap will try to comment out, and Neem only gets one in return, and it's on to Abizi. And he is playing without the bomb and completely away and isolated away from any potential rotation.
Yeah. You'll allow Koi to dictate how that round is going to be played by taking all that space away. So 2 rounds in a row off the back of 2 First Bloods.
Quick idea here for LA over towards the B side of the map. Kip's the one.
Oh!
Whoa, hit marker out of nowhere. But we'll stay 4v4, and that's going to be one of those feel bad moments, but an impressive little look to see what Kips has to offer with the scope.
Yeah, and that allows Insight now to always have that M15 in hand. Probably was uncomfortable with the scope sometimes, but you pick up a new guy, he's more than comfortable to run the boomstick. Scrap this time finds the First Blood. Kleenex with the trade. Kleenex finds kill number 2, but it's the Young Gun 1v2 now.
And that's one of those moments of why you give Kleenex a sub. But like you mentioned, 1v2 now for Kips. He may read this rotation pretty well. First shot, trying to jump over the top of it, not able to connect. And now just looking for an extra opportunity, and he is.
Wait. So tie game. All tied up in the First Blood category as well. Toronto back on the defense, and this time Scrap's got the boomstick of his own.
Yes, sir. Focus, though, for LA is largely over the middle of the map. Abizi takes a ton of damage, and he's just kind of showing force, and he's successful in pulling the Toronto defense over towards the A side of the map. So now the bomb has made its way over to B. Double stack here. Kips nearby. Whoa, didn't like the look of that. Said, whoa, they're here. They're all here. Trophy system also deleted, and this should be a plant and a pretty confident post-plant setup for LA, but no. Instead, they're going to try to rotate. Oh! Abizi snaps onto Joe Thieves. Scrap catches Kleenex trying to rotate, and now the round becomes pretty much just a matter of time.
Yeah, 1v4 for Insight. Spots out 2 players at this A site. Makes it a little bit more manageable. 50 HP in a dream. Able to get out.
But caught on reload. Able to reset it.
Site. And by the time they ran back to B, Kips is thinking, all right, I'm on the B side for free. No one's here. Turn that corner. Wait, they're actually here. Just a free First Blood to the Thieves. Now they have the advantage again.
Mid-map control for LA. Tunnel control in particular, as Hydra's already made his way from one side of the map to the other. Abizi just throwing shoulders on that top box corner, while everyone else for LA is more focused on stopping a rotation through mid and playing contact for any info at A. Toronto have gotten top mid control, though. This will force LA to have to adjust and adapt to that position. But Kleenex gets caught. Hydra somehow walks away with 2, including the bomb carrier.
Okay, you just don't get any information early on. By the time you ride back, you just wrap back into a blind position. And Hydra's ready and waiting in towards tunnel for the opening double.
Like he was about to get the business from the second, but no one checks the corner. And again, it's one of those things of why would you? We haven't seen this play out of an LA defense yet. Oh, that's a aggressive shoulder that Abizi gets a ton of information on. Now LA can hit the brakes and see if they can try to isolate. Kips for one, falls on into the play. And oh, mercy, Kleenex. Lucky to still be alive. Abizi not in a position to trade, but you do have an early route from Scrap. Exactly right.
Okay, he switched.
But he's kind of missed a little bit of timing window until he finds the player over at mid, and now it's just down to Kleenex for the 1v2.
Yeah, he doesn't spot anyone with the boost stick early into the round, so switches to the M15. Abizi gives the info. They're trying to get aggressive through mid, so just a rewrap, able to catch one. Now Toby left in a 1v2, 45 seconds and counting. Just got to choose right. Got to play the 50-50 correctly.
Oh, he's played to this point about as cleanly as you can. He's already checked out mid and over towards A, but now is where the question marks start to pop up. Scrap has been seen. Wow, clean shots out of Kleenex, but at that range, they're marshmallows. So with that, Abizi will jump forward, get the bomb planted, and Scrap will watch over him, and the 1v2 will now have a clock riding against Kleenex.
Yeah, Kleenex has mute filled and also a frag in the back pocket. Just has to get a read on what the post plan setup is looking like for LA.
Good, man. It's been good. The mid-round adaptations, like you highlight, have been pretty much perfect so far for LA. So Scrap's now on 4 in a row. Then again, for Toronto, it's just been trying to get these rounds over the finish line. And LA is going to throw another weird look at them. Scrap in some trouble, will stun himself to some freedom. But they're trying to isolate Neum, and this is a heads-up play in terms of the setup. Neum's out of there. Scrap gets caught though at mid. It'll be easy. Shut down by Kleenex, and it looks like Toronto will be able to convert on. Good aggression, to be fair, but it's been on this side of the map that they've had some trouble. Scrap going to try to snipe. Oh, sees the pop-up late. Insight will have that extra information that Scrap is scoping. But this is maybe one of those unfolding rounds that just turns into, yeah, nades late. Get the smoke down, get the plant. Hydra's going to commit for it. Toronto need to make a decision. Are they going to try to contest this plant or not on the exit? And they actually do. They stop the bomb from being planted with that nade from Kips. Kleenex also takes down Neum on the corner, so now it's just down to a 2v3 the other direction in favor of Toronto.
Yeah, no need to do anything else. Job already done. Scrap is left with the sniper in hand. Abizi's most likely going to try to run around and make up for it, but instead of Thieves trying to locate where they are, they're just not going to waste any time, get the bomb planted. It's going to be on Abizi to just gather any information and just keep on valuing his life.
Wow, one bullet away from being taken out of the picture, but now back to full health. Tries to challenge at mid, doesn't like the look of it, backs down. Scrap, does he found a rifle? Yes, he has. He's trying to watch over the top, and now he's got to watch everything all at once, and there's Kips right over the top of Statue. Couple of rounds in a row for Toronto.
Yeah, even off of the back of that first blood out of Scrap. Just Toronto in the right position.
Where the top works, you get the bomb a fraction away from being planted. If I'll be honest, if Hydra gets that bomb planted, that whole round looks very different.
Oh, yeah.
Good counter nades come through. Abizi just checking for contact up top. Maybe sees just a whisper of insight, but not enough to really move anything around. Kleenex, shoulders. Yeah, just both players looking for information. Hydra, whoa. Up close and personal here at B. This is just what you would figure be a one-and-done position if he stays by himself, but now Scrap's here for help.
He's the bait.
Toronto commit to trying to hit this? Yeah, exactly right. Hydra's just bait, and Scrap can either watch the cross or vice versa.
Yeah, Scrap is just throwing shoulders, trying to force Toronto to try to commit over towards this B site. Potentially set up Hydra for the opening kill, but he peeks at the wrong time. It's already been 45 seconds wiped off the game clock, and Koya trapped.
Yeah, but look at this. The LA are thinking we've got them on the road to
side of the map. And then probably going to try to beat us to the punch over towards Statue. So just ready and waiting off the split setup. Now force round 11.
LA on the attack. Toronto defensively looking to play pretty standard. Abizi already getting up top at mid. Will force some eyes for Toronto to keep themselves planted there. And that means freedom around the A side. Abizi's cleared all the close corners, all the rad areas. And now it's just down to figuring out what we need if you're LA to try to execute.
Yeah, LA are trying to get these stuns and nades to be baited out. But Scrap, unfortunately, is going to get baited out with the wall bang by Joe. Bomb this kid planted, but Koi got the numbers.
Abizi staircase. Oh, what a prediction. Timing was perfect. Able to line up two. So now 3v2 the other direction. Is Hydra the next one in line? Watching this close corner cross. There's the shots. Hydra up. Able to find one, keep his life.